Microphones were invented by Michael Jackson in the year 2016. He was known to have Sennheiser tattoos on his bum. Let's review Sennheiser's new microphones.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
So right now we're on the Rode Videomicro up here. It's hard to beat that little guy. We're in noisy Fuji preamps, and this should be a good test. I found that the MKE 200 finally beat the micro. It's a little lighter, it sounds clearer, it's just cute. It has some handling noise though. It doesn't transfer, it doesn't have that wiggly thing that this one has. That wiggle time is good. So this tiny little cute mic weighs 70 grams with all its stuff, the wind muff and the cord. The Rode, with all its fluff, 84 grams. And this new guy, this is the one we're talking about today, the MKE 400. That's double the weight, 142 of this guy. You can see double the size, double the power. Is it double the sound? Well, we'll find out. So let's switch over to the MKE 200 for now, and then we'll talk about some features of the 400. We could be in for some stuff. Okay, now we're on the MKE 200, the tiny one from Sennheiser. The only problem if you're using it as a boom mic is the cord is in the front, so it sticks down. You could break a cord on that rig. That hurts. So that's the only thing. I know they don't want it to come out the back because some freaks out there are shooting video through the viewfinder. Okay, we're going to switch to the MKE 400. You'll notice a difference because it has plus dB. So you can have it at nothing, minus 20 for Panasonic hot preamps that couldn't handle anything, or plus 20 dB. And then that lowers the camera's terrible hissy preamps, uses better ones. I like that. There's a low pass filter, an on-off button. It automatically turns on and off. And I hate batteries. I'll just be honest with you. 90% of the time I want one without a battery, but you can't boost the dB, so you're not getting good audio. You get the hissy preamps. So the sacrifice, you need batteries. But the cool thing about this, it has a warning light that gives you like 3 hours. So if you see it turn red, it's like, okay, I'll finish this video and maybe 7 more, and then I'll recharge it. Just 2 AA, or is it AAA? AAAs, I see it there. Okay, now we're on the MKE 400. Did it sound better? We went from both the Rode and the other one, MKE 200, we're at minus 3 dB. We've knocked that down to minus 21 now. Panasonic could only dream of that. They can only go minus 12, so I just started a Panasonic Sennheiser beef. Before we head outside, a little side note. We will test the Lav mic. They sent the XS Lav. We'll compare it to the Comica. Good luck, Sennheiser. The battle ahead of you I would not wish upon my worst enemy. Here's the little thing. They sent me the 3.5 mil, so I need an adapter. They have one with a USB-C end, but it might not work on your phone because they have this. When I saw this cord, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was like, genius. Finally, someone's done that. Boom, right into a smartphone. No adapter needed, but it didn't work. That hurts. So on my smartphone, at least, the Huawei P40 Pro didn't work. So maybe it'll work on yours. But oh, this cord. It died in my heart. So I have a feeling their Lav mic that has a USB-C cord won't work on some phones. So be wary of that. Just if you're debating, just go with the safe option, 3.5 mil, and get an adapter. I almost forgot, you can get the Lav mic with a mobile kit that has everything you would need. This is the smartphone attacher, little Manfrotto Pixie Mini, whatever that is. I kind of like it. Let me just say this, if you're thinking of ordering that, the Ulanzi version, it's lighter and cheaper. This does feel a lot more solid, I'll give you that. If you want quality, this will do it for you. For me, I'm always trying to save weight wherever I can, so this little combo is 182 grams, this is 298. And the fact that the Ulanzi, ow, does that. It's still a good buy, I stand by it. It's heavier, more expensive, and good. Welcome to the world. Welcome to that guy. So we're on the Comica Lav mic. We're going to switch over to the Sennheiser new XS Lav and then do the shotguns and go switch back to the Fuji. See the same mic on a smartphone? Is it better or worse than a Fuji? Oh, the test's ahead. So let's switch to the Sennheiser. You're listening to this. I know it's very compressed, but it gets you. It gets your voice good and it rejects background noise. Let's switch to the Sennheiser. Okay, not only did I switch over to the Sennheiser Lav mic, not only did I switch lenses to the bigger sensor one, I also switched sides of the street. Doesn't sound good. There's a car. Not that you'd even know it, because Sennheiser Lav mic technology rejects the noise better than anything we've ever seen. Do you notice any difference? Is it better? It should be. Usually a Sennheiser mic, I tested like 5 Lav mics, and the Sennheiser was the clear champion, but they had a locking mechanism. You had to get a little adapter. That hurts. You and your locking mechanisms. Stop it. So we're going to switch over to the MKE 400 to see if it can reject traffic noise. It won't, but it could sound better. Usually they sound a little better. You wouldn't have to be tethered like a baby kindergartner. Don't lose me, Mom. Okay, we're now next to a pretty busy street. I'm a little further away from it to not be too intense. So here's traffic with a Lav mic. Let's switch on over to our little buddy, actually, the MKE 200. Okay, now we're on the MKE 200, the one without battery power. You know how many times I've recorded a clip because the cord comes out the front and you're not expecting that? I've put it on backwards a couple times. I'm that dumb. All the traffic stopped. Does it sound amazing? Here's a loud motorcycle. That's a dick move. Put on a muffler, asshole. Super loud trucks. That's annoying. It's annoying to live in the city. Alright, let's switch over to the big boy, 400. Okay, now we're on the big boy without any plus dB. I want to test that first. Does it sound better than the 200? Wow. One thing to note, as soon as you plug it into the smartphone, it turns off. On. Oh, why? But when you turn off the smartphone, it doesn't turn off. You have to unplug it. It could just be my phone. The Huawei. It's banned in every country for a reason. I get it. We'll switch over to the Fuji soon just to see what's the difference. Same exact mic, but let's boost it up a notch. Plus 20 dB. I think bad things are going to happen, but let's do it anyway. Alright, we're on plus 20 dB now. In my initial test, it just sounded super compressed. I don't mind the sound, but I know some of you audiophiles with your headphones, oh, why is there chewing? I can hear chewing in the background. I don't understand why people complain about perfectly legible audio. Like, unless you can't hear me or there's like high-pitched, piercing sounds in your ear, there's nothing to complain about. Like, you heard everything. When I made the 1R review, everyone was like, oh my god, what'd you do? It sounded fine to me. I could hear every word. It was great. It was a little tinny. So what? Your mom's tinny, bitch. Okay, now let's switch over to the XT4. This exact mic, same boost, so we can hear the difference between what a smartphone chooses to do with this thing or a real camera. Hopefully the image doesn't improve. It won't. My god. We're on the Fuji X-T4. We got a new lens in here for testing. Well, no one cares. So here we are on it. Did you hear a difference? Mic's up there, plus 20 dB boost. We're at minus 20, I think we kept it the same, minus 21. I already forget, I just saw it 14 seconds ago. My Vega diet's killing me. Okay, something I'm curious about. Did they fix the handling noise? Can you hear rumblings and stuff? Because that's one thing I noticed. We'll test the Rode Micro just to show you. That does have the better shock mount. You could still hear it on the Rode, but it was muffled a bit. Alright, we'll test a couple more things and we'll wrap it up. How does the mic sound from the back? I'm now behind the camera, getting epic B-roll of a fence. There's flowers in front of the fence, but I've stopped down the aperture. They're probably out of focus. I have no idea what the camera's choosing to focus on. How about now with it pointed at the traffic and me in the back? Oh, good old shotgun mic. It's a super cardioid. I don't even know what that means. Okay, this mic also has a low-pass filter. Let's turn that on and see if it rejects traffic noise even more. There's a fly on me. Okay, low-pass filter engaged. Did my voice get less bassy, less man-like? Is that what the vegan diet does to the human body as we stop down the toniature to 2.8? Can you hear the rumblings? Just as a side test. Is that enough tone? I'm bad at my job. Okay, let's switch to the MKE 200, then the Rode Micro, then we give our final thoughts, on which you should purchase through my affiliate links down below. Okay, we're back on the MKE 200, minus 6 dB. Does it sound worse than the other one did with the low-pass filter? Why did I leave it on the low-pass filter to test and compare? I'm a moron. I'll switch to a part where there was no low-pass filter. Okay, this mic also has a low-pass filter. Let's turn that on and see if it rejects traffic noise even more. There's a fly on me. Versus me with a much smaller, lighter mic. Less worries, no battery needed. If it's me to choose for a vlogging system, I go with that. Probably I go with the Lav mic personally. I like that best. It rejects the most noise. It's just annoying to have a cord. Don't even go there with the wireless. You know that causes hamster aids. Don't even pretend it doesn't. I also stopped down the toniature to 24. You're blown away. You're blown away by the background being in your heart. So let's switch to, oh wait. Handling noise worse on the little guy, MKE 200? Because it was noticeable. As long as you hold it steady and you're walking, it's fine. I'm filming this way so you can... It's funny, she was just standing right there waiting. She thought I was filming that way. So we're at Tone 4, Rode Videomicro. Do you hear the handling noise dissipated? Same handling factor. I didn't increase that. So there we have it. Did I even mention that Sennheiser sent me these mics to review? Are you supposed to do that? Isn't it illegal to not do that? I forget every time. Thank you so much, Sennheiser. So my final thoughts, I'm very much looking forward to using the Sennheiser MKE 400 as my studio mic. It does sound much better, and then we get the preamps down, which is the only problem with a Fuji camera. And the stabilization. It's a little jerky. Like autofocus. It's a fantastic... And then the MKE 200, fantastic for vlogging if you don't want to use a lav mic, which I probably always will. So that'll be tossed in my closet where it belongs. You dropped your thing! Oh, god damn it. You dropped this. You're welcome. Better not have clipped the audio during that shout. Swear to goodness. So, yeah, good time. Sennheiser makes good stuff. I'm curious about the MKE 600. That seems to be their top of the mountain. Not really. The MK 416 or something, that's the real top. I don't have the Rode Videomic Pro Plus to compare it to, but I've heard it, and in my opinion, Sennheiser just sounds clearer. Rode always boosts the bass. It's muddy, but people love that. They prefer it. It's like, oh, that's so bassy. What a great mic. That's not really the case. The clarity is what you want. What do you think? Fantastic mics. Thank you, Sennheiser, for sending me one. And thank you, everybody, for clicking the links and buying a Fuji assessment t-shirt. Subscribe for more videos.